I think Guido was singing, right? Did we interrupt your singing, Guido?
I'm singing because this reminds me of the Freddie Mercury Wembley Stadium microphone there when he's Mama, ooh, I don't want to die. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Those Fancy Italian Red Cars. Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called. Still, we haven't changed it.
All right.
Yeah.
They're fancy, they're red, and they're Italian.
Yes.
Until further notice.
Yes.
So, Guido, we have our guest back, Mr. Franco Del Pinto.
Is back.
Nicely back.
Ferrarista. Do you remember Federico Cornelli?
Yes,
Ferrarista.
yes.
He was the OG podcaster.
He wasn't he?
Back in the day, he would do this and talk about local events amongst the sports cars. I remember he wanted my father to shoot the Italia Ferrari commercial for Ultrasport.
With the car or
with my
for
dad's
his
car,
plumbing business?
My boy, my father.
He wasn't into it.
Yeah.
He wasn't into it. So cool. You had a question for Frank?
We were talking, last episode we talked about the great Luigi Ferrari, Luigi Della Grotta, and a mensch, as they say in certain circles, legend in his own right.
The man who brought Ferrari to Canada.
The man who brought Ferrari to Canada, literally. But a lot of people who knew him asked this question, which was a little weird. It's like in Seinfeld where Kramer goes, "It's a write-off for them, Jerry. It's a write-off." So what's the story, Frank, about the warranties with Luigi? Why did he not apparently claim... he wouldn't claim warranties for the cars?
Well,
I don't get that.
He did do warranties for the car. Don't get me wrong. He would not claim from the manufacturer anything for doing that warranty work. His philosophy was that he is making a profit when he sells you the car. And he felt that it was grateful that Enzo gave him the opportunity.
He even gave it, so don't even think about...
Yes, gave him the opportunity to sell his product. And he says, I am not going to claim something that came out of the factory probably perfect, but happened to be damaged in transport, or maybe some mechanic forgot to put some bolt or some other component that we buy from another source.
So he felt responsible for the car.
So he said,
he went the come te permette route.
Yes.
He went,
how do you permit yourself?
How do you even bother asking?
So typically,
he had the chutzpah, the balls.
If I had a problem with my car and my car was still in the warranty and it's something that shouldn't be broken, in a regular dealership, I would just go to the dealer. They would fix it. They would address it. And then what would happen? They would contact the manufacturer.
They would make the claim at the factory.
For the hours and the parts.
Yes, they would make. I have a story about a recall that was done for some cars, a 355 actually, that was done at a dealer and it cost zero to the client. But the dealer was responsible in doing the recall.
Okay.
Luigi would do the recall and would not go to the dealer and say, well, it took me 3.5 hours to fix that problem. You owe me whatever hourly rate at the time. He would say, no. I mean, I had my car, and not because that was me. Somebody told me, he says, show me an invoice for the last 10 years that you've owned your 308, and I'll give you 10 grand for each invoice you show me. I didn't have one invoice to show. Be it oil changes, be it brakes, be it whatever.
He never charged you.
I never paid a penny to drive my car.
Wow. Okay, so he was loyal.
Yeah.
Well, but is there people? Okay, the flip side, is there people that over the years complained and said, no, that guy's full of he can't.
No,
he had a stellar reputation.
The people that complained,
they
Guido,
were ball busters.
Was when I used to take him to meetings at Ferrari North America, and all the other dealers would get on my case to tell him that he should make claims because all the other dealers look bad. He goes, it can't be that Luigi gets perfect cars and makes no claims. And I tell him, no, he gets cars with broken windshields, scratched mags, dented roofs. He fixes them at his cost.
That was crazy. And he wouldn't charge the customers that he liked for some repairs and maintenance stuff. So, I mean, if you had to put a dollar amount on 40 years of this guy running this business this way.
You want Ferrari in his hands.
It's got to be in the millions of dollars, right?
Do they even do that anymore? Or they don't even come close to that?
I think Luigi was a one of a kind guy.
Because it's literally hands-on.
I would say it was the only white fly that did that.
It was a
They
horrible
don't-
businessman,
No,
but a
but
passionate
they don't,
fanatic.
that's it. They don't do that anymore. They don't come. They don't.
Luigi did not sell cars to make money.
No, he
He
just
sold it
loved-
as pride and
Wow.
prestige and honor. I mean, his goal was not to make money. He didn't know how to. Didn't want to make money. He didn't care about money.
He lived well. Obviously, he was surrounded by Ferrari.
He could have lived much better.
Really?
I mean, the biggest disappointment was to his section that they didn't get what even they thought was nearly close. My father's a Ferrari dealer, and this is it.
Yeah, because
You know,
he
which
wasn't
is-
in it
which
for
is
the
sad,
money at all.
because-
He was
Wow.
really into,
Because every
uh,
business that you're in, or I'm in, or Fabrizio's in, you grow the business to eventually sell it and say, I'm going to cash out.
Yeah, but see, he
You
was
know,
into
that's a
he was
business
yeah.
model.
See, he got too attached to the business and not the cash out part, and
Well,
he built reputations and friendships and a legacy, and that interfered with the pocket.
Speaking
It's
of
more like
friendships,
but he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
I'll charge him.
Bravo,
He's
no
a
bravo
bravo.
aion.
And then
That's
Affina
why
fai tu face.
This is why he would select his customers.
Yeah, I
If
get
he
it.
didn't want to serve you, he wasn't going to sell you a car.
So
He
how
was
intimate,
genuine then. He was-
how intimate was the friendship with Enzo and him? Because they were pretty much from the same cloth, right? They were the same guy.
Very, very close. If there was a meeting held in Europe where Enzo would attend, he would ask the people organizing that, leave a space next to me for Luigi.
He wanted him next to
Yes.
him. Yeah,
Yes.
because this guy
They were-
loved
they were
loved
like-
his
they were
cars
like
and
two
never
peas.
claimed any money.
Two pieces. I'll tell you a story about how Luigi worked one time when he was still up on St. Catherine. I don't want to mention the customer's name because he's a Quebec, very known businessman in Quebec. He had a
Lawrence Stroll.
No. He had he had a 308 GT4.
Okay.
Okay, which is like a 4-seater Ferrari before the 308 actually came out. And just before the winter to store the car, he hit the side of a sidewalk and his rocker panel got dented.
Okay.
So he brings it up to Luigi and he goes, Luigi, while the car is here, maybe you can have it fixed for me. It's no problem. So he says to Nicola, he goes, where are we going to bring this car? I don't want to bring, because normally Luigi, if he had a dent on the car, he'd remove the part, send it to the paint shop. He wouldn't send the car. I remember
he would
once.
take a piece.
Yes, I remember once with Lawrence. You mentioned Lawrence.
Yeah.
I was with his F40. He had his F40.
Incredible.
And a rock fell on the hood. Well, we removed the hood. We sent it to the paint shop. We didn't bring the car, just the hood. So in this particular case, the rocker panel, they couldn't do anything with it. So Luigi and Nicola decided to fix it themselves. So what they did, they removed the door and they taped all the inside of the car. Like masking tape.
Right.
They fixed the rocker panel. Unfortunately, when they removed the masking tape, part of the leather color came off the seat
Oh boy.
on the side. Oh, mamma mia, what are we going to do? So they try to touch it with shoe polish. Anyway, it showed. The customer comes in the spring. At first thing he saw, what did you do to my car? Look at my seat. Luigi goes, shoot. You're not happy? No. Give me the keys. He took his keys of the used car. He went in the back, got a keys of a brand new, same 308 GT4, and said, here.
And handed it to him.
Yes.
Because he felt so
He
responsible
felt bad
for the
because
damage.
of the paint.
That's
But-
valeur enough.
but it
he
wasn't
invented valeur enough.
Yeah, and he didn't try to pull a fast one
No.
on fixing the red and pretending
He
it
said
wasn't there.
He said it. We did it.
Yeah,
We fixed the rocker
but if you
panel.
don't like it,
You don't like it, not happy with it? No problem. Give me the keys. Give me your keys.
Yeah.
Click his keys and give him a
they
brand,
don't make them like that
a
anymore.
brand
Crazy.
new car.
So Enzo loved this
So
guy,
this
right?
is the type of guy Enzo was dealing with. You think he's not going to be sitting beside him?
And I guess the customers, they sucked up to him because they were getting a lot of freebies, right?
Yes. As a matter of fact, when he
But he could smell
when
it,
he was
not
no more-
profitatore maybe from far.
when he was no more dealer, and in the year 2000, a lot of customers started either selling their
Yeah.
cars or going elsewhere because they felt they wouldn't get the same treatment.
So
or
it
the
was
same
quid pro quo,
service.
right? They weren't
Yeah.
motivated by the
No.
whole friendship
So
and the
they-
club and the fundraising.
No, they wanted
and
to
that
do
explains
that.
why we dwindle participation.
that's it.
Well, that's
So that's the story in his claims.
that's crazy. Now, there's another anecdote I heard was that he refused to sell a car to somebody because they had jeans with rivets. Is that a true story? Because they would ruin the leather. Is that
Well,
true?
Listen,
Give us the rundown on that.
he
Okay,
refused.
every Levi's has them.
Yeah, I have them on now, right?
Listen,
It scratches.
I've seen him. I've seen him delivering a car to a customer, and he'd look at the customer and he goes, "1 minute, And he would go into his office, come out with a pair of scissors, and cut off the 2 buttons on your back pockets.
Because it ruins
Because
all
it
that.
because it would.
Maybe that's a little excessive.
Well,
But I don't.
That's
think,
why he's he's worthy of a
but
podcast
that's
episode.
yeah, but
But no, he
fuck does this
refused.
fucking guy
He
get
refused to
off?
sell cars to a person with 2 big feet. He says your feet are too big.
This car's not for you.
He says you're
I'm
going to hit the
sorry,
gas
yeah.
pedal. You're going to hit the brakes and the clutch with 1 foot.
I'm
This car
very
is not for
sorry,
you.
Mr. Shaq.
Or he was too big, too tall.
Too tall. The car's not for you.
Mr.
Too big.
Shaquille O'Neal, this car
No,
not for you.
Yes,
But
there were
I
stories
won't buy a
about that.
Ferrari. I won't buy a Ferrari.
Monsieur Jean
But there
Ferré.
were some customers that took it to the next level.
They
where-
got upset.
Yes, they went to Ferrari North America, and I remember getting letters. Not me, but Luigi got lawyers' letters.
Complaints.
Yes, that these people felt discriminatory because one of them happened to be Jewish, and he says it's because he doesn't like me because I'm Jewish. He only sells cars to Italians, which wasn't true. I mean, he just didn't like this guy's attitude.
No,
But
I
The
have to
Italians,
side-
the Italians were more furbacchione. They knew how to approach
I have to
Luigi.
side with Luigi on that. I remember reading an article that he refused Stevie Wonder.
He was very picky, was
Yeah.
he not? Yeah. And okay, what about canceling a sale that the guy took off from the dealer and he spun the wheels, the tires screeched, and he ran after him and canceled the check.
That's,
Is that true?
Is that real?
I don't know.
That
I don't-
sounds like an
That's
urban,
not true.
urban
That's
legend.
urban legend.
I think that story comes from, he mentioned before, Mr. Cornelli.
Yeah.
We did an event one year at the Veterans Hospital in St. Anne de Bellevue. And I remember bringing Lawrence's Daytona to the event.
I love that car. That's
And,
a beautiful car.
We had it like a centerpiece and a showcase and a center of attraction. And Cornelli wanted to hear a car
Yeah.
started. And Luigi got in the car and he revved it and then he burned rubber. But it was on grass. So grass went flying everywhere.
Okay, and he said, "Come on, we're here with Ferrari. You're looking like an ass."
You know, but-
so he got mad. He reprimanded people from acting like adolescents.
Yes, but he did it himself. So that was about the tire spinning. I don't think it was because he canceled
he
an order.
did it.
As far as canceling an order goes, I was
Like a kid.
present when a person put a $50,000 deposit on a Testarossa, and because of the specialty that he wanted, special things in the car, color, interior, whatever, took 2 years to get there. By the time the car came in, the man said, "Listen, my business went bankrupt. I can no longer buy this car." Luigi opened his drawer, writes a check for $50,000 and gives him back his money.
Which technically a deposit's not refundable.
That's right.
But he
gave him back his money.
Gave him back his
100%.
money. Wow.
So he went by individual case and not just it's our policy. So that's cool.
No.
Yeah,
That's why people love the old
Yeah,
man. If
yeah.
you love the old man, he loved you
Yeah.
back. And there are people that didn't like him, hated him, and he hated them. I mean,
So
it was-
did he? So he did refuse to serve some customers because he just it just
Absolutely.
didn't jive with them, right?
Absolutely. I remember one story, if you have time, on a 355 that's in front of me regarding these recalls.
What were they recalled for?
Well, one owner, I guess, in California went to fill up the car with gas, left the car running. And there are 2 fuel lines that were going right on top of the manifold, and they were made of aluminum. And if you tighten these too hard, they crack,
Okay.
and fuel could spill
There you
because
go.
it's under pressure. So that's exactly what happened
Yeah.
to that car. It caught fire. So Ferrari caught the problem right away and says, "Okay, we're going to send
Yeah.
new fittings
Got
to
it.
put on these 2 gas lines." There was a guy that bought a car from a used car dealer,
Okay, not authorized.
not authorized, but it was a 355,
Okay.
but it was still on warranty. And so he went back to that person that sold him the car, which was a used car dealer, and says, I got a recall. I need to fix the car. So the guy said, "Well, I don't have the parts. Go see Luigi." So he goes to Luigi. Luigi goes, "Where you buy the car?" "I buy what?" "Then you go over there. I'm a service car." He goes, "Wait a minute." He goes, "If I buy a Chevrolet, I can go to any GM dealer, have the service, especially a warranty or especially a recall done." He goes, "First of all, this is not a Chevrolet. And secondly, I'm not any dealer. So you go back to where you bought the car." The customer was infuriated. He says, "This is ridiculous." He calls Ferrari North America. He goes, "I bought a 1-year-old 355. I have a recall, and the Ferrari dealer here will not service it." So they try to call him. And he said, "No, I'm not my car. I'm not servicing it." So finally he said, bring the car to Toronto then. The customer says, no, I'm not bringing the car to Toronto. I live in Montreal. There's a dealer in Montreal. I want my car serviced in Montreal. So this was going back and forth, and the customer was getting more and more aggravated. Finally, Ferrari North America called Luigi and says, listen.
Fix this problem, please.
No. He says, if you don't want to fix it, would you mind lending us your space? We will send up from New Jersey a mechanic with the parts. Can you please do service at your place?
But he's only providing the space.
Only
He's
space.
not
And
providing the service.
So he did.
he
that was
agreed.
nice of
He
him.
agreed. So this guy comes up. He calls me up. He says, Franco, take the day off. We're going to pick up Mr.
it's-
Smith at the airport.
Oh, he even went to pick him up.
So we
So
go to
look at
pick
that.
up.
So that
we
was
go pick
nice.
him up at the airport.
And Ferrari foots the bill.
We go pick him up at the airport. We bring him to the shop, show him the car. And Nicola, of course, knows all this stuff, what's going on. He puts the part. He goes to the guy, you put your valise here. We go for lunch now. The guy goes, yeah, but I have to fix the car. He goes, no, don't worry about it. Go fix the car. We take him to, I think it was Magnani on La Jeunesse. at the
Yes,
time.
Magnani.
Take
Hey,
him-
Sal Schwartz, Sal De Buono.
Enrico.
Anyway, I don't know what got into Luigi, but I realized like he was eating like slow motion. Everything was slow motion. I said, Luigi, the guy's looking at his watch. He's got a plane to catch. Oh, nowhere, you know what? Anyway, we finally get back at 3 o'clock. From 11 o'clock,
Wow.
went to pick up at the airport. We got back at 3 o'clock, and this guy's sweating because now he's got to fix the car
He's
and
under
catch his
pressure.
plane.
Yeah.
The car was done.
And he was fed.
And he goes, take your tools and get the hell out of here and don't ever come back.
What a character.
Yeah.
Eh? But the thing is, he was a bit of a hot potato for Ferrari because he was Enzo's friend. And even after Enzo passed away, that gave him a lot of respect. But at the same time, Ferrari had a business to run. So the people at Ferrari,
Yes.
they had to
Cloud,
juggle
he
this
backed
guy.
it up, and it seems like
Yeah.
they accepted him and respected his ways.
Well, they
at
did.
the top
They did,
as well.
Guido, and they didn't. Because
Up
this-
to a point.
Like
Up
what
to
he
a
said,
point.
this was the beginning of the end.
Okay, because they were like,
Yeah,
you're too
because now the new-
passionate now. It's a business here, sir.
Yeah.
I
The
get
new
it.
generation
Yeah.
was all about how many cars can you sell,
Yeah.
how many cars are you going to take, what's the trade-in policy, and he had none of that.
So he fell victim to
So,
the ghost, the fossil.
you know, and
I'm
that
a
What
gray
if,
ghost.
what if it was pickup day for your car and it was raining? Would he let you leave?
no.
Out
Yeah,
of the
that's
question.
it.
No,
Yeah,
don't
See,
even
these are
ask.
things that
The
you
guys
have to
came
get
from
with the
Ottawa.
times.
Didn't the guy come from Ottawa to pick up his car, but it was raining and he refused to let him leave?
No, of course, they didn't. Go take a hotel.
That's like the old man in the Giardina that says, "Fama de vesti pomadore, lev di scarp." You know what I mean? Come on. But
That's crazy. And what about? I heard many stories that he was a germaphobe. That when he went to Maranello, you guys went to eat. He pulled the fork out of a knife out of his jacket, and he says,
come
Well,
on.
yeah.
"I don't eat with the
Listen.
forks that everybody else eats
But
with."
do you
Is
think
that true?
Ferrari has dirty forks?
No,
Let's
no,
get
no.
the real story
The
here.
guy who. Okay.
We used to try to get Luigi to come to the restaurants, you know, on a
Participate.
number of occasions. Luigi, let's go for lunch. And he would not. He didn't want to go. He went when he had to go. Like somebody from Ferrari North America came to visit him, sales manager. But that's how I met Carlo Tazzioli. Carlo Tazzioli was a general sales manager in Italy, and he came here, and I got to meet him and became good friends. And he's the one that allowed me to bring Gilles Villeneuve's car, the 126
Yes,
CK,
which we're going to talk about that.
in 1992, I think it was, and because of Carlo. But people like that, he would go for lunch. But he would go on lunch and he would say, "You see this fork? Can you imagine how many mouths it's been into?"
Okay. Well, you know, he doesn't know something about.
And so he wouldn't use it.
boiling
No.
water.
He
kills-
brought his own, so
No,
it is
he
true.
didn't bring his own. He just would take his napkin and he would clean it.
yeah,
and clean it.
he's
He'd
okay,
spend it on and
okay.
wipe it. But
He,
that's
a little
where
bit
his
of
mind was
OCD
at. His
there.
mind was at.
So I know a story of someone that made like custom chairs for Luigi as a present
Yes.
with the Ferrari thing on it.
Yes.
And he was very appreciative of this. And at one point, he showed up at the dealer and he goes, "But Luigi, where are the chairs?" He goes, "I brought them home." "How come?" He goes, "Well, people were sitting in them." like people had the audacity to sit in his chairs. Like he was upset about it.
I bet you, Luigi, anyone ever get to see his house? Like, go.
yes.
Did he live
tell the
modest?
truth. Tell the truth. I bet you he slept in a race car bed like a kid.
No, Guido.
He had the Ferrari bed with the sheets and the pajamas.
With the eyes, with the cartoon eyes.
Of course.
No, he did not.
He didn't?
No, he did not.
That's
His
what I
house
would
was
buy.
like spick and span, squeaky clean, like it looked like a mausoleum. You know, everything was in the proper place. Nothing was out of the ordinary, out of the place. But speaking of Ferrari and logos and chairs not to sit on, when I bought my 308, I ordered special mats from the United States to put on the floor, with the prancing horse. When he saw that, you know what he did?
What?
He took him out. He goes, "You're not going to step on the horse every time you get into the car."
It's
And they removed them.
disrespectful.
Oh, wow. You're stepping
It's
on
like the
seal.
hockey logo in the dressing room.
It's like take your hat off before you walk in. Wow, that's amazing. You're
that-
stepping on the. That's
very
passion.
typical Luigi story.
Wow.
And what about when he would have like a get-togethers and events at his showroom, and he was upset because people were using the bathroom? You told me that story, right? Like people are using the bathroom, and he said, "Where do you want them to go? They have to go use the
Yeah,
bathroom."
he was a little bit.
Now he was a fixture at
Weird
every
on that
race,
one.
right? Would he go to every race?
Would he go to the Grand Prix?
No,
He was not
Really?
interested.
Look at that.
no, would not go.
He loved the car, not the race.
He
The
was
road
asked,
car,
He
you
was asked to prepare. Sometimes the Ferrari team would ask him to prepare batteries or something that they would need in case they needed him. And I remember
so it's
one
not
year
like he was hanging out with Alain Prost or anything.
One year was Michele Alboreto. I think that was
Number
dying to come,
27.
to come and meet him. Yeah, and he came.
Oh, Alboreto wanted to meet Luigi
Oh yes,
because he heard about
yes,
him. And
yes.
usually it would be the other way
Alboreto was
around,
with,
right? The guy wants to meet the F1 driver.
And we took him-
Alboreto and Gerhard Berger.
He
Am
had
I right?
Gerhard Berger as
Yeah,
a teammate
yeah,
for,
we took
for a
him-
time,
I
and
remember
Stefan
that.
Johansson.
Johansson.
and we took him to the dealer.
Wait,
and
didn't
they-
he sing for the New York
And he was
Dolls?
happy to meet Luigi.
Yes, Luigi was very
That
happy.
is so funny. It's like completely reversed.
Yeah. Boy.
And so tell us about when you brought the Villeneuve car. What was the circumstances around that?
That was a very, very unique and interesting experience.
Now, when you say the Villeneuve car, this is
the actual Formula One, that
the
he raced-
iconic one that with the 20
Do you
with the number on the sides.
You remember the race in 1981,
Okay.
where it was in the rain and his front spoiler was like at an angle like this.
that was a classic
That was the
race.
car.
Okay.
And actually, I know because the wing itself, when it fell off, they recuperated it. And it was, you can see the weld marks on the nose of the car.
From the
underneath
repair.
it. From the repair. The weld marks.
Aluminum weld? Was that aluminum?
Aluminum, yes.
That's crazy.
So
this car now, priceless automobile.
well, let me tell you a story. What happened with this car was in 1992, Montreal celebrated its 350th anniversary.
Yeah.
And
City of Montreal.
Yes, and at the time I was very close to not very close. I mean, I knew the guy a bit. His name was Bernardinelli. He was the consul general of Italy in Montreal, Gerardo Bernardinelli. And so I went up to him one day and I said, we had started the Ferrari Club already. And I said, Signor Bernardinelli, I says, what is the Italian community doing to offer something to this festivity of the 350th anniversary of Montreal? I mean, we're quite a large community of Italians here. Oh, Franco, non ti preoccupare.
We'll do something.
I said, well, what are you doing? He says, well, there's a guy in the East End, granite and marble place. He's going to make a monument with the granite and marble.
Okay.
I says, well, yeah, those are indicative of products from Italy. I says, sounds good. Do you mind, Signor Bernardinelli, if I go and check it out? Yeah, Franco, here's the address on Pascal Gagnon. Okay. I get myself to Pascal Gagnon and I see this piece of rock lying flat like this, maybe this thick, and not a piece of granite on top. I says,
what's this?
That's, you got to be kidding.
Michelangelo's David.
I said to him, I says, there's one word in Italian that you would hate to be told, and that's mettete vergogna.
Yeah.
He said
you should
this,
be
or
ashamed
you
of
said
yourself.
that?
You said that.
I said that.
Why?
It was disgusting. It was like,
It was ugly.
It was nothing.
You said they probably should have tried harder.
So I went back to Bernardinelli. I said, you don't want this.
Yeah.
I said, this is ridiculous. I said, it doesn't represent him. I says, I have an idea.
Okay.
He says, what's that? I said, well, I says, Ferrari's known as, we're a Ferrari city.
Yeah.
We always were. I said, we have a French Canadian, Gilles Villeneuve, who raced for Ferrari, gave his life
There
for Ferrari.
you go. There
I
you
says,
go.
I have the opportunity to bring his car
Voila.
that he raced here, bring it bring it back to the people. It
Let's do it
coincides
right.
with his 10th anniversary of his death.
Perfect.
So he goes, you could do that?
Yeah.
I said, but I need your help.
No kidding.
I said, I can get the car, but I need Alitalia at the time Alitalia was here.
Your staff.
Wow.
I need Alitalia.
Alitalia. Cargo.
Yes. I need Alitalia to do the freight back and forth. And so then I need to sponsor somebody to do the ground transportation from the museum in Maranello to the airport in Milano, and from the airport in Mirabel to here and then back and forth.
Incredible.
So I went about and I got sponsors to do the ground transportation. Siema in Italy took care of the, at the time they were sponsoring the Osella Formula One team.
Okay.
Siema was a courier company. So they sponsored the ground floor. We, the Ferrari Club here, sponsored the ground transportation here.
Wow.
And we brought in the car from May till the end of September.
Wow.
So it wasn't just for an event. It was almost the whole season.
He gave it to
And
me.
it was like a curated.
He gave it to me for
museum.
6 months.
Yeah.
And he said the custodian has to be Luigi. It's got to be consigned to him. If you remove the car from his dealership, you must have a minimum of $2 million
Bond.
insurance liability on it,
My
which
goodness.
we did. And show it as much as you can. And the last 3 months, I didn't know what to do with the car because we had done all the events.
You just had it.
So you know where we put it? Which today, where the casino is, used to be called the
It was Science
French
Center.
Pavilion.
Oh, okay.
It was a pavilion from the
Yes.
expo.
And they
Yeah.
were doing an exhibition called Rome,
Yes.
if you remember.
Okay.
So I bought this huge red carpet, and my brother was working in a company where they were using plexiglass. So imagine this. I put this car on a red carpet, and I put this huge box of plexiglass on the car.
that's so cool.
Because otherwise, I would have a guard there 24/7.
so you put a plexi, like people have no
1/4
idea that
inch thick.
price is
Like a toy car.
Yeah, like
Plexiglass.
It was like a
Plexiglass.
shoebox.
Yeah.
Because they had no idea there's a
A
priceless
display
automobile there.
case.
Yeah,
A life-size
and the deal
display
I
case.
made with the
A
manufacturer
big
of the plexiglass.
Borrego model car.
A real
Once
one,
again, Borrego,
On steroids.
the models.
And the deal I made with the manufacturer of the plexiglass, I says, I will pay you for the plexiglass at your cost. But when the deal is over,
you have pictures of all you must have all these pictures.
yes, I do.
Thank you for bringing them.
Proper
So I-
documentation.
And we gave it back to him to use it,
Yeah.
to reuse it.
That's so
That's
cool.
amazing.
So 3
That's
months
crazy.
it was there.
Well
When
done.
we took off the cover, there was not a fly, not a dust, nothing on the car. The way we left it. And when we sent it back, we cleaned the car. I had somebody come in to Luigi's to detail the car. I mean, they detailed the car like mint. So the car gets back.
I'm
to Italy.
surprised it got. Oh, I guess
Well,
Imagine
what-
asking Ferrari for that today.
Listen to this.
No, it's not gonna
Fabrizio.
happen.
When I sent it back,
it's not going to happen.
when I sent it back, I went with Luigi to Mirabel.
You had it detailed and sent back.
Yes, cleaned with a toothbrush and Q-tips. And when we sent it back, it was beautiful. It's like, I have pictures of it. We put it on, we strapped it on the platform that they rolled into the airplane. But a week later, when the car gets there, I get a call from Mr. Tazzioli. Franco, yeah. Che cosa hai fatto alla mia macchina?
Oh, no!
my God. What happened?
I thought, oh my God.
Yeah,
what
heart
happened?
attack.
What the- He goes, è più nuovo di quando te l'ho dato.
Oh. Give me a
So
heart
they were
attack.
happy.
Yeah.
It was classy move.
I was scared. I said, what happened to the car?
Wow.
I put it there flawless.
Wow. So
But that was, and I think we had the parade on St. Catherine Street. There was like
well, no, that's awesome.
4 or 5 people.
I say
wide.
we bring the car back.
We had it at the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve
That's
in the middle.
so cool.
We did not drive it on the car. It was kind of rigged that we couldn't
still,
start it.
man.
But we made a float and we put it on the
Yes, a
float.
platform.
And we had 36 Ferraris parade the car around the Gilles Villeneuve track
Imagine that.
before the race.
Imagine
Also,
that.
it
That's
was
great.
during the Grand Prix. That's
Yes.
Yeah.
remarkable.
Yes.
Okay, so
what an
who's-
experience.
Who's racing for Ferrari at the time when you're parading this
It had
car?
to be
92, 93,
92
94?
was Mansell? Was that Mansell, Prost?
Gee, that's a good question. I don't know.
LAC?
Could have been
Mansell, Prost,
Alesi, could have been
Alesi,
Alesi,
one of
guys.
those, right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And the big question is, what happened to the artist who designed that piece of granite?
It stayed in the warehouse.
Oh,
We just never dealt with it.
it's now on Mafia Row. On
he put a
He's next to Jimmy Hoffa.
But do you remember in Scent of a Woman, Al Pacino blindly drove a Ferrari Mondial?
Yes.
Well,
In
what's
New
your opinion on the Mondial? Was it the lesser of the Ferraris?
It was never a car that was accepted by the Ferrari world. Let's
Because
say.
blind guys
No,
drive it.
not because it just wasn't. It was
Because Pierre
much.
Triassi had one. Let's admit it.
No, he had a Testarossa.
Oh, okay.
It was too much electronics in it that failed. Too many electronics on it that failed.
It wasn't just the design of it; it was the quality, the build.
Yeah, quality. People tend to stay with. People don't buy
Little known fact. Do you know why? Sorry to interrupt. Do you know why they chose the Mondial for that scene in that movie?
Was the least expensive car in the showroom.
He actually, the guy, I'm a great ghost, Ray Bisco, that guy there, he actually says F40. But then he's pointing at he says F40, you want to take an F40?
Yeah.
And then he allows him to take them. But the truth of the matter is, the other ones were not as open convertible.
That's right.
And they needed a shot to see Pacino driving.
Like
that's the only reason. Yeah. That's why that's the real reason why they drove.
Also was because the least expensive Ferrari in the showroom.
What do they go for now? Did they increase? Yeah.
But they went up. They were like 30,000 a few years back, but now they went back up.
50,000.
I drive one today.
Hey, let's let that GoFundMe is the let's lower the target on the GoFundMe for Guido. We gotta
Let me
get him
ask
a
you
Ferrari.
this. I think I have access to a lot of people who own Ferraris that if they would just give me $1 each.
Yeah, let's do it.
There was a guy, believe it or not, who started something called, he was one of the first influencers to even use the term influencer back in the day. He started oneredpaperclip.com. You ever hear of that?
Yes, and then he traded it until he got a house.
He started
Was that
with a paperclip and he traded and traded until he got a house.
Yeah.
What about the guy who sued Pepsi because he accumulated enough points to get the plane? Because there was a joke, right? You get a T-shirt, there's 20 points, and you get this. And then as a joke, Pepsi put a jet plane for 750,000 points. And there's a whole documentary on Netflix. Yeah. The guy went nuts. He started calculating how many bottles he had to buy and how many, and it would cost him like $1 million.
The bottle deposit.
But he would get a $50 million plane, and he sued Pepsi.
And he won.
Well, I don't want to. You should watch it. Okay. I don't want to give you the spoiler, but it's very cool. He sued Pepsi for the plane, and he had a case.
It's brilliant.
It's crazy. And Pepsi made him an offer.
Who can I sue?
Thing.
I want to sue Sal Parasuco.
For what?
Well, I don't know.
No.
Sal, call me.
It's a joke. You mean Sal D'Amato?
No, Sal Butch?
Sal Butch.
Yeah. I know him.
And
he owes me a
shout out to our wine friend.
Yes.
Our sponsor, Vini Passion.
Vini Passion. Sandro. Sandro. Danibale. Sandro's a good man.
And getting back to Villeneuve.
Who won that bet?
Well, we're still working on it.
All right.
We're still working on it. So it's a little weight loss contest for a few bucks. We're going to see what happens. I haven't eaten since July. Very hungry.
I lost 135 pounds.
Where?
Yeah, she left.
She left. Senayut. I was invited at the movie set for the Villeneuve movie, which was an amazing experience. Shooting? They were wrapping up. They were, I think, 90% done. So I got invited by the family on the track, and they were shooting a scene. And it was remarkable. It was like a summer scene, but it was freezing, and there was snow on the ground. And he says with the magic of cameras and optics and so on, it's crazy what they can do.
Did they have an actual car?
They did not have the car, but they had, the old trailer where you see, the couple and the Jill and his wife.
It was the
motorhome
period piece.
Yeah, and
like it was accurate to when it was.
They have the old cars, and even the glasses are like old, like really well. It looks
and the rest
to be
is
well
going to be CGI.
Super excited to see what it's going to turn out.
Who's playing Villeneuve?
It's an actor, Olivier something. I think the casting really
Quebec
well
actor
done.
Or like a Belgian?
Yeah, it's going to be a French, Quebec-based a movie. But I'm super excited about
Olivier Rioux? I'm sorry to break.
The tall guy.
I love this.
He's
kid.
too tall to
Did
play.
Did you see this guy?
He's too tall to play Villeneuve.
He's as tall as Chewbacca.
7 feet 9.
Oh my God!
Olivier Rioux is almost 8 feet tall, and he's still a teenager. He is the next Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, and he's from Laval. His parents are like a few blocks away.
We're gonna go say hi, but
he works at Canadian Tire.
Yeah, you have to stock the top shelf.
He does.
Disney Larry.
So Villeneuve, I saw pictures, so I know he did. He drove Luigi's Mondial, and he said he hated it. Speaking of the Mondial.
Yeah, that was a terrible year.
You're talking
That
about
was-
Gilles Villeneuve.
Gilles Villeneuve
listen,
drove a Mondial.
No, what happened was this.
Tell us.
What happened was that at the time, Gilles Villeneuve was driving with Peroni. Peroni was co-pilot. And when the two drivers came to Montreal, Ferrari North America, because they just put out the Mondial. They
It
just
was
put out.
the
It was
latest
the latest
model.
one, I think the Mondial T, which was a 3.2 liter engine Mondial. And they sent Luigi 2 from Ferrari North America.
Just sent him.
They said to have Gilles
Yeah.
and Didier drive these cars downtown as part of the festivities.
Promotion.
Yeah, promotion, the new car,
Yeah, people had never seen it.
And Gilles happened to go down on, I think it was Crescent or Peel Street or something, and he was getting out of the car and says, "Hey, Gilles, what do you think of this car?" And he goes, "It's a real piece of shit."
And he said it with the press
It's
is
a piece
on
of
him.
junk.
And apparently Luigi had 2 orders.
Canceled.
Yes.
No kidding.
Oh, because of
Well,
Gilles.
you're-
Well, I mean, hey, it's our guy.
It's the top
trashing the car.
guy in the world that's saying it's a shitty car, man. Come on.
But I'll tell
So
you
he
what.
was not impressed.
People
those
with
two cars-
Mondials
So
have,
that's-
they have 2 trunks.
Yeah.
Can you say how many trunks you have? 2 trunks
know
in the
what?
Mondial,
Yeah,
a front and a back.
You are correct. I remember.
Yeah, you can.
And those cars made it back to North America, Ferrari North America. And
You
So
know,
Gilles
so-
was not a fan,
let me ask you.
and so he drove it around. He wanted to get out of it.
Gilles Villeneuve's lawyer was my corporate lawyer.
Oh wow!
He still is, and this lawyer is still a lawyer for the family. And my lawyer tells me there's stories that when Gilles used to leave from Maranello to go to Monaco, and one time he drove him, he goes, "You have no idea how crazy this man was."
Even in a helicopter, apparently, was crazy
He was
helicopter.
crazy driving.
Imagine being the cop that pulls this guy over. You know, that's incredible.
Are you a
Well,
race
they,
car?
they
Are you a
didn't
race car
have
driver or
speed
something?
limits back
no,
then.
but like, you remember Riccardo Patrese driving that
Yeah.
car
Yeah,
around
with
his
the
wife?
wife in the car. That's a great video. But back then, Italian highways didn't have speed limits. It was like Germany.
Really?
I think I remember
Yeah,
that
they pretty
speed
much don't
limits
have
on the
them.
highway.
Now
I think
they're-
is a relative.
they're- Yeah.
I remember it being 130, 140. I don't remember no
Oh,
speed
I
limits.
guess I don't know.
But
It's,
apparently-
I'm speculating.
And he
but
and Peroni used to do this often, race and see who gets there first.
crazy.
You've seen 200 kilometers an hour in Italy regularly.
Yes, but now they have the 2-door.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
so
can't-
now they slow down where the cameras are, and then they
Yeah,
move.
yeah, they all have
It's
the
an
ding,
average
ding, 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 ding.
speed.
Yes,
Ooh,
when,
tom, tom.
oh yes, they calculate your
It's an
ticket.
average speed. I got
They say
nailed.
if you
Yeah.
took your ticket at this entrance of the
Yeah,
highway and
yeah.
you got here that fast, it
No, they're
automatically
catching
means you
up
were
there,
speeding
yeah.
and you get a
between
fine.
between the 2 Tudor signs, they'll take you the average speed.
Oh, so they got
That's
clever.
how they do it. So you can slow down, but if you speed up, your average speed between those 2 indicators, that's where they nail you on.
Those-
Trust me, I have enough tickets.
Those
No.
those
And how much is a
Italians.
multa for speeding there? Is there any
multa.
points?
There's no points, but they're quite expensive.
Salty.
I remember paying tickets up to 850 euros.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
You were a bad boy.
$1,200.
A little bit more,
Maybe
like
more.
$1,300,
Almost double.
60. It's 6.
Wow.
It's 1.6, I believe, right now.
So
Yeah,
Frank, what else did we not cover about Luigi? Do you have any more anecdotes,
oh my
or
God,
what about the trip to Italy that you guys did with the club? And you
I
guys
heard-
were.
I heard
I
that-
heard that they were stealing the forks from the restaurant because everybody got so excited and Luigi got upset. Well, what's that
No,
story?
Luigi never came with us.
Oh, he did not come to
No,
Maranello,
no.
but he must have heard
I remember-
stories.
Of
They were
course, yes, because his best friend was called Di Franchi, and Di Franchi was the
Di
president.
Franchi.
And Di Franchi was the president of the Ferrari Club Italia,
okay.
and so we were invited through him, through Di Franchi. So we had the tour of the factory, which they reluctantly didn't want to do because it was the day after the Monza Grand Prix.
Ah.
So they were really
So you guys went to see the race in Monza?
Yes, we went to
Wow.
the Monza race. And then after the race on Monday, we wanted to go do the tour of the factory and then have supper at the Cavallino restaurant. And they were
How
very...
delicious would that be? I
It
could
was
already
phenomenal.
sound.
Yeah.
I've been there.
It already
Great.
sounds
and,
delicious.
and so
Cavallino.
they
Oh.
were not very happy because Monday, they said, we're closed. We don't do tours on Mondays. And Luigi, with his
With his
power,
pull,
whatever,
yeah.
and pull, whatever, he called the Frankie and the Frankie called him, whatever, and we were given tours on that Monday.
Made it happen.
And then after that, we went to eat at the Cavallino, and the guys were really obnoxious. I mean, they were stealing dishes, and
Ashtrays.
anything that a prancing horse it was in somebody's pocket.
I took Ferrari, a packet of Ferrari sugar.
Utsuk, yes.
Because I was given a Ferrari espresso.
At the
I went to see
Scuderia.
Gino,
And
and,
so-
I took a packet of Ferrari sugar.
And so then what happened? It
Well, I
became
got
too
the-
much of a frenzy, and you
well,
guys on the bus, somebody stepped up.
Yeah,
and,
well, I kind of got peed off, and I told the guys it's very childish of what they've done, and it's going to get back to Luigi, and it did get back to Luigi through the Frankie, because the Frankie wasn't stupid. He was watching and seeing all this.
was it your brother that pulled out a bag and says, "Put everything back in,"
No.
or somebody like that? And you put all the stuff back and you returned it. Is that true?
Some guys brought some stuff back. I remember one guy had a dish in his shirt.
A whole dish.
Whole dish.
Holy Toledo.
I mean, seriously. So he brought it back. But things like a knife or a fork or a napkin or a cup, they went back.
So needless to say, it was one of a kind. We'll never see someone like
No.
Luigi ever again.
No. They lost the mold.
How long ago did he pass?
I think it's 12 years now.
Wow.
2012, I
He
believe.
lived old.
February 2012.
He was
12,
older
yes.
than my dad. He lived a long.
He was 89. Yeah. He was
no.
Enzo's age.
How long was-
Wow! What do you know? You can't write
What a
that.
coincidence.
Yeah, come on, it's perfect.
Come on, it's perfect.
How long was your dad in the club for? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think he's still in the club. No, you know what? He didn't want my brother and I to fight for the car, so he sold it. It's in Miami. 'Cause
Really?
he-
Somebody bought it in Miami?
Yeah.
So what do you do? How long? 4 or 5 years? How long do you have it?
Oh, he had it from like 82 to
I would say probably
2010 or something.
Yeah, because
2012.
I think in the even before Luigi passed away, your dad.
No, he backed out.
So
He
did
just-
you and
come
your
in.
brother fight because it was
No,
only
I-
one
I-
seat
I ju-
to go with your dad in the car to
Yeah,
the
as
event?
a kid, do gelati. Yeah, sure.
But what about the Luigi event? Did you guys
No,
attend?
my brother went. I was Guido Piccolino. I
Yeah.
drove that car twice
got
in my
shot.
life.
Agnello used to come
My
all
brother
the time.
used to park in front
Agnello.
of Extreme and Crescent Street. I drove it twice in my life. That's it. I said I'm going to drive a Ferrari when I purchased it myself.
Wow.
That's what I told
Well,
myself.
once again, I want to thank Mr. Frank Del Pinto. And you know what? The Luigi Club is, I think now we're it's kind of,
The
dwindled
original
down a lot.
Luigi
But
Club has evolved into what? It's just like wrestling.
It still exists.
The AEW, the original.
it still exists.
It still exists, but
and,
we're in the back line. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, and
we're not
but you know
very-
what? It's
not
still
very
there,
active.
and the legacy lives on, and we do collaborate some of the
Yes.
Ferrari clubs
Yeah.
together, and we do some nice events.
click on whatever links show up for the clubs.
Yes.
If you guys want to join, you don't have to have a
Like,
Ferrari to join. You just have to be
subscribe.
rich and know. Yeah.
Yeah, like, subscribe,
All
tag,
that
share,
stuff,
follow,
yeah.
comment, share. Did I have
Correct.
them all?
Stay
Thank you,
tuned.
everybody.
Next
Thank you.
episode,
Thank you.
Ferraris and Mafia. Watch.
Those fancy Italian red cars. That's a wrap.
Thank you.